Silver holders, brace yourself because what's coming is bigger than most can imagine. Right now, as you watch this, a quiet storm is forming in the world of wealth, a moment when opportunity and timing collide. Silver is not just a metal, it's a gateway, a rare chance to step into financial freedom while others are still distracted by the noise. Imagine looking back a few years from today and realizing that the decisions you make in the next weeks could define your life for decades. That moment, that opportunity, starts with you noticing what most ignore. I remember the first time I truly understood the power of silver. It wasn't about charts or headlines, it was about strategy, patience, and believing in the unseen potential. I met a young investor who started with just a small stack of silver coins, quietly learning, quietly holding. 5 years later, those coins weren't just metal. They were freedom. Freedom to make choices, freedom to live intentionally, freedom to invest in dreams without worry. That's the power waiting for those who act now. The first step is mindset. Wealth isn't about chasing trends. It's about seeing value where others see ordinary. Silver has always been undervalued, overlooked by the masses, yet cherished by those who understand its story. Think about the entrepreneurs who quietly invested in silver during uncertain times and transformed their futures. They didn't just accumulate metal, they accumulated patience, wisdom, and timing. You can too. Start small, learn constantly, and let your holdings grow while the world debates. Next, strategy matters. Silver teaches us more than finances. It teaches discipline. Diversification, timing, and consistency are the rules of lasting wealth. Take an example from a family who began buying silver bars whenever they had spare cash. They didn't panic when prices fluctuated. They held, they learned, they accumulated steadily. Today, their small, deliberate actions have become a fortress, protecting them against uncertainty and giving them options most can only dream of. Let this remind you, true growth comes from action repeated over time, not from chasing instant results. Opportunity often whispers when the world is distracted. Right now, silver is quietly preparing for its moment. Every ounce you hold is a step toward financial sovereignty. Every coin you buy is more than metal. It's a story of vision, courage, and timing. Imagine combining that with habits that build personal growth, reading, learning, connecting with mentors, taking calculated risks. Silver becomes a mirror of your discipline, reflecting your readiness for the life you've imagined. And remember, action is your bridge from potential to reality. Set a plan, buy a little, understand the market, track trends, and hold. But also hold the mindset of a lifelong investor, a creator of opportunities. Don't let fear or indecision steal what could be your defining moment. Look at the stories of those who quietly accumulated silver in the past. They weren't reckless, they were wise, and the results? Life-changing. So if you're watching this and you feel that spark, the knowing that something huge is coming, don't ignore it. Embrace it. Let silver teach you patience, strategy, and courage. Let it guide you toward freedom. Not just financial, but personal, creative, and intentional. The path is clear for those who act with knowledge, who embrace timing, who see silver not as a commodity, but as a key to unlocking their best life. Now is the moment to start. Take your first step today. Study, acquire, hold, grow. And as you do, remember to share this knowledge, inspire others, and build a community of those who refuse to settle for ordinary. This journey isn't just about wealth, it's about mastery, vision, and living on your own terms. Silver holders, the time is now. Your opportunity is here. Don't watch it pass. Step into it and let your future self thank you. Silver is not just a metal. It is one of the most overlooked opportunities in modern wealth creation. While most people chase fleeting trends, the true investor looks for value that others ignore. Silver has a history of preserving wealth across generations, acting as both a hedge against uncertainty and a tangible asset that holds intrinsic worth. Think about the times when markets fluctuate wildly, when currencies weaken, and economies face uncertainty. Those who held silver quietly, steadily, often found themselves protected, while others scrambled in panic. It's not flashy, it doesn't make headlines every day, but the quiet power of silver lies in its scarcity, its universality, and its ability to store value. Investors who understand this see silver not merely as a commodity, but as a bridge to financial security and freedom. Every coin, every bar, every ounce represents a small step toward a future where money is not just numbers on a screen, but real, tangible security that can support life choices, personal goals, and generational wealth. Imagine looking back years from now and realizing that the small, consistent actions you took today gave you options, flexibility, and peace of mind that others missed entirely. Silver's opportunity is amplified by timing, research, and disciplined accumulation, allowing those who act now to position themselves ahead of the crowd. The rare moments when silver rises dramatically in value are not random. They are the result of patient investors recognizing its potential before the masses catch on. By understanding silver's unique role in wealth preservation, An investor can begin to think differently about money, risk, and opportunity, seeing patterns and openings that most overlook, building not just wealth, but a sense of strategic advantage in uncertain times. Mindset, discipline, and patience are the pillars that turn silver from a simple investment into a tool for life-changing security. Too often, people measure wealth by instant results, by the highs and lows of daily market movements, or by what others are doing around them. But real financial success comes from a calm, deliberate approach, a mindset that values long-term stability over short-term excitement. Silver teaches this lesson like no other asset. It doesn't shout, it doesn't promise overnight riches, but it rewards those who understand its rhythm and history. Discipline is what allows an investor to accumulate steadily, to buy consistently, even when prices fluctuate, and to resist the temptation to sell at the first sign of fear or greed. Patience is what transforms small, repeated actions into significant outcomes over time, allowing the quiet compounding of effort, knowledge, and asset growth to build a fortress of security that can weather any storm. Consider the stories of everyday investors who started with just a few coins or bars, who learned to watch the market without being controlled by it, and who maintained their vision even when the crowd panicked. Their success was not accidental. It was the result of disciplined habit, informed decision-making, and the patient belief that wealth is created over time, not overnight. This mindset extends beyond finance. It informs how they approach challenges, relationships, and personal growth. By aligning financial strategy with a disciplined, patient approach, silver investors develop an edge that others cannot replicate, a steady confidence that allows them to act decisively when true opportunities arise. It is this combination of mental strength and strategic action that turns silver from metal into a pathway to freedom, a way to create not only monetary security, but the peace of mind that comes from knowing your choices are deliberate, informed, and resilient, giving you the foundation to pursue bigger goals, higher achievements, and a life defined by intentional success. Strategic action, knowing when and how to buy, hold, and sometimes even adjust your position, is what separates casual investors from those who truly transform their financial future with silver. Many people underestimate the power of timing, research, and calculated risk in wealth building. They see silver as just another commodity or a fleeting trend, and miss the broader picture of what consistent strategic action can achieve over months and years. Strategic action begins with education, understanding market cycles, global economic trends, and the historical performance of precious metals. It's about knowing that silver has repeatedly served as a store of value through wars, recessions, inflation, and financial uncertainty. Those who approach it without a plan are often reactive, buying or selling based on fear or hype. Those who succeed develop a strategy, a set of rules that guide their decisions, helping them remain calm and focused while others panic. A powerful example comes from investors who diversified their wealth across precious metals, slowly acquiring silver during periods of undervaluation. They didn't attempt to time the absolute bottom or chase peaks. Instead, they followed a disciplined approach, setting aside a portion of income regularly, understanding global demand and supply trends, and being ready to act when the market presented an edge. This patience and preparation allowed them to accumulate significant positions without the stress of emotional decision-making. The result was not only financial gain, but a growing confidence that comes from knowing their actions were informed and deliberate. Strategic action also requires understanding risk. Silver investing is not about reckless speculation. It is about calculated steps that balance opportunity and protection. This means setting limits, diversifying holdings, and knowing when to hold and when to adjust. The most successful investors treat silver as a long-term pillar in their financial portfolio, combining it with other assets to build resilience against market volatility. They learn from others who have walked the path before them, studying entrepreneurs and seasoned investors who leverage silver during pivotal economic moments to secure wealth, fund business ventures, or create generational stability. Beyond the financial aspect, strategic action teaches a mindset that permeates life itself. It encourages foresight, planning, and adaptability, skills that are valuable not just in investing, but in personal growth, career decisions, and life goals. By acting strategically, investors cultivate discipline, confidence, and patience, and they learn to see opportunities that others overlook. They understand that wealth is rarely created overnight. It is the result of repeated, thoughtful actions aligned with knowledge, timing, and risk awareness. Practical strategies emerge from this mindset. Create a buying plan, set aside regular funds for acquisition, monitor market trends without being controlled by them, and combine physical silver with financial instruments to maximize growth and protection. Each action compounds over time, reinforcing habits of diligence, research, and prudent decision-making. Micro decisions, like consistently adding small amounts of silver to your portfolio, become powerful when multiplied across months and years. The investor who acts strategically does more than accumulate silver. They accumulate freedom, confidence, and the ability to navigate uncertainty with clarity. History is full of examples where those who acted strategically in silver and other precious metals transformed not only their finances, but their entire life trajectory. They created options that were unavailable to those who reacted impulsively, who chased hype, or who lacked a long-term vision. By combining strategic buying, disciplined holding, and informed adjustments, they positioned themselves for extraordinary outcomes. Strategic action, therefore, is not just about money. It is a life skill, a philosophy of deliberate growth, and a blueprint for achieving not only financial security, but the freedom to pursue your ambitions, dreams, and meaningful life goals. If this message resonates, hit like, subscribe, and share, because every ounce of knowledge compounds like every ounce of silver you hold. Together, we grow, we thrive, and we embrace the moment that most will miss. Your journey to financial freedom and life achievement begins here, begins now.